What's slope-intercept? Y equals what? Go ahead.
mx plus b.
Yes. Write that there.
Right now, this one. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, guys, it needs to look like this. Okay, here's my slope. Okay, but they give us a point. They don't give us the y-intercept here. So I need to write it in what first? Point slope first. All right? Maya, write it in point slope for me. Y minus what? Here's my x. Here's my y. Here's my m. So it'll be y minus what? 8. What's my slope? It's what? 2/3. And then x, instead of minus a negative 15, it would turn to that. Okay, is everybody good with that? Mace, now what do you do, brother?
You do 2/3 times x.
Which is what?
2/3.
Yeah, just put it together. Okay, what's 2 times 15 divided by 3? 10. 2 times 15 is 30. 30 divided by 3 is 10. Okay, now, hard part's done. Right? Jeff, finish it off. What am I going to do?
We're gonna get rid of the 8.
How do you do it?
Plus 8.
Does that make sense here, Addie?
Yeah.
Right here? I'm going to add 8. Okay, you can only add 8 right there. So what's my final answer in slope-intercept form? I'll go.
Y equals 2/3 x plus 18.
Does it look like that? Yes. Don't put it in point slope formula and stop. It needs to look like this. Yes.
For question 2, we just pick it like that too. Oh, I guess it's already it's already here. Never mind.
Okay, the reason why we could go right to this slope-intercept form is because they gave us the y-intercept there. But if you didn't see it, you had to go through the whole thing. Does that make sense? You sure? Okay, now this is a lot of work. This is the most work we're going to do, right? Slope-intercept form. Okay, what slope-intercept form look like? Jeff, go.
Y equals mx plus b.
Write that. That's what it needs to look like. Okay, what's my first step here, Em? I'm given 2 points. I need to get the what?
You need to do y2 minus y.
What's that called? I'm getting the what? You're right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, mistake.
Guys, here's our first thing. Okay, Em, plug it in. Go.
I was looking at that. So.
You want to plug it in for me?
6 minus 9.
Okay, what'd you go on the bottom?
-2 minus 6.
Okay, what's 6 minus 10?
-4.
Yep. And what is -2 minus 6?
-8.
Okay, what does that simplify to, Em? What's a negative over a negative?
Positive
And what's 4 over 8 simplified to?
2.
Careful, it's not 8 over 4. It's 4 over 8.
1/2.
There you go. So all that work, guys, got us to this. Okay, is everybody good with that? 1/2. Now, I need to pick a what?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Austin. A pair. Pick a point. Does it matter which one I pick, guys? It does not. I would do the positive ones, right? Why don't we just pick this together since, we'll work together so we have a common, but you'll get the same thing. Okay, Austin, put it in point slope formula with this xy, xy, and that's my slope. Go ahead.
Y minus 10
Good job.
equals 1/2. Then x1.
No, just x.
X minus
Put it in.
10 or 6.
Yep, that's it. Good. Okay. Now distribute the x or the 1/2 for me. Let's see. Mace, go ahead.
1/2 times x.
Okay, I'm going to bring this down. Okay, 1/2 times x is what?
1/2 x.
And what's 1/2 of -6, guys?
-3.
-3. Okay, almost done. Finish it off.
Plus 10 on each side. So then it's y equals 1/2 x.
Hang on a sec. Y equals. Go ahead.
1/2 x plus 7.
Nice job. Guys, that's probably the most work you're going to do on a problem. When you have to get it from given 2 points, you got to get the slope first. Got to get the slope first.
And a few of you picked -2/6, which is fine.
That's
but you
fine.
end up with the same answer.
Yep.
Okay, so you got to make sure you end up with the same answer. All right, now what are your? Oh, keep going, Mr.
Okay. 5, guys. Let's take a look at 5. Write function using function notation that describes. Okay, guys. We're going to do the same thing. Okay, but we're using, these are 2 points. What's this point right here? Go ahead, Jeff.
Is it 4 -4?
It is 4 -4. Remember, this is my input. Okay, this is my input. This is my output. And what's this point?
12 -6. No, 12/2.
It's 12/2. Okay, we need to get the slope here. How am I going to do it, Alex?
You do 2 minus -4, and then 12 minus 4,
Okay, what's this turn to up here?
a positive.
What do you got?
6, 8,
Over.
8,
And what's that reduced to?
3/4.
Nice job. That's it.
Hey, all right, on your own, from here, do the y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1 and get into where it's y equals. See what you come up with. We just did the last one.
It'll be just like this one.
See if you can come up with it on your own. And then we'll do the last step where we have to tell you how to write that. We'll go through it, but
What's up?
and once you got it, if you got it, let me see. I'll tell you. Okay, all right, which point are you using? This one? Okay, that should be a 4, but this should be a -4. You get, these are wrong. Okay, so depending on which one you're using. If you're using 12/2, the 12 goes here, and the 2 goes here. If you're using 4 -4, the 4 goes here, the -4 goes here. Okay, all right, and we got an answer? Anybody else get 3/4 x minus 7? 3/4 x minus 7. Did you get that? All right, you're good. You got that. If you didn't get it, let me see. All right, now.
Okay, I'll just work through it.
Why don't you get okay, good.
Okay, is everybody okay on that? I chose the point 12/2. I'm right here. Now what do? Don't I add 2? Right? So it turns to what, guys? -7. Now,
Oh, yeah, that should be in there. Yep, negative equals 2 should be right. Very good. Hey, now, some of you circled that. There's one issue there. You're not done because the key right there. So you're going to have to do one step. He's going to explain it.
guys, what do I have to change y to make it function a function notation?
F of x.
Nice job. Guys, you're going to lose points if you don't write this. Change y to this. And then everything stays the same.
Only for the one where it says write it as a function.
Okay? This is how I know it's f of x, because there's an f there. If it would have been g, then it's g of x. You guys remember that?
All right, good.
Put a little star by that so you can see that tonight.
Hey, this is an important one here. This is where a lot of you made mistakes in getting y by itself. Even though it says perpendicular, if any of them are parallel, let's identify them as parallel as well. But we got to find the slope of all 4 lines.
All right. Guys, is my slope identified here? Am I done with that first one? Yes, it's solved for y. What's my slope here, guys? Not 2x. It's just 2. Okay, looks like the rest of my, except this one. What's this one, guys? What's my slope? 3. I need to do some work for line 2 and 3. Why don't you guys solve for y, get going on it, and I'll give you a minute.
Line 3 is the one where they make
Right.
mistakes.
Nope. Solve. You want 2 and 3 to look like this. Solve for y. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 12x. Right? So what would be left? Negative what?
6y
Negative 6y.
equals 12, -12x plus 20.
And then divide everything by what? Divide everything by 6. Not 6x.
No,
Or 6y, no. Divide everything by negative 6. The y stays over there. What's that? What's negative 12 divided by negative 6, guys?
2.
Would it be 2? And then reduce that, what would that be? 10 thirds? This isn't as big a deal right now, but that's just it.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but if you did that 10/3, this is one case where the y-intercept
Yeah.
can be written as a decimal if
Yeah.
needed, but we're only concerned about what? The x.
So what's my slope here, guys? Slope is 2. These two are going to be parallel. I know that right now. Okay. How am I going to get line 3, the slope? Who can help me get started on this one? Jenna, can you help me get started on this one? How do I get the slope? I need to solve for y. What's my first step?
Would you divide by 1?
Well, I got to take this x over first, right? How do you take an x over? It's positive.
Minus.
Minus x on both sides. So I got 3y equals, I'm going to write the x term first. And I'm just going to write this there, guys, so you know it's a negative 1. All right, Jenna, go ahead. Now what?
Divide by 3.
Everything gets divided by 3. Guys, there's my slope right there. Okay? Here's my slope. And what's that, plus 2? So what's my...
I think that you got a negative 3 underneath the negative 6. I think it should
Where?
be positive 3. Not going to change the slope. Look where your negative 6 is.
Oh, yeah, we're dividing. Yeah. Yep. We're dividing by positive 3.
Now, looking at the homework over the weekend, here's where most of you made a mistake. When you divided by 3, you just wanted to make it a 3x. You got to remember that 3 is in the denominator, and there's a 1 above it. You can't just move it anywhere you want. You got to make that negative 1/3.
Okay, what's true about line 1 and 2, guys? They are what? Okay, so line 1 and line 2 are parallel. What about these slopes right here? Are they opposite? So they have a chance to be perpendicular, right? What's the reciprocal of 1/3? 3 over 1. So these two lines right here, guys, are what? Perpendicular. Perpendicular. That's a symbol for perpendicular, little T on doing a headstand. Yeah.
If you're looking at those, you just not look at the negative, like 3 over 1. Like it wouldn't be like a negative 3.
No. This is positive 3. You want the slopes to be opposite, so one has to be one has to be positive, one has to be negative. Okay, then they have to be reciprocals of each other. Okay. How'd you guys do on that? Yes? You guys are quiet. Monday. All right. What's slope intercept? That's what it needs to look like. Okay, that's parallel to this line going through that point. Do I know the slope here? What do I need to do, guys? Solve for what? Solve for y. Solve for y. Go ahead. Hurry up. Do it. Solve that one for y. I'm going to do this. Now what do I do? Divide everything by what? Go ahead, Jeff.
2.
Everything gets divided by 2. There's my slope right there. Okay? So y equals what, Jeff?
Negative 3 seconds.
Plus 5. This is the only thing that matters in that equation. This is the slope I want. Okay? Now, what do I do now? Okay, it's parallel. We need a slope that's parallel to that slope, so the same. What point does it have to go through, guys? Maddie, what do you think? Okay, so I need to take this x and y with this m and put it in what? What formula? Point, slope. Okay, go ahead and do it for me, Maddie. Mm-hmm.
Y plus 1 equals 3 over 2.
Careful. It'd be negative, right?
Right. X plus 6.
Okay, does everybody understand why it's plus 1 and plus 6? Because they're both negative. Does everybody see that? Okay, Diana. Now what?
You would do
Distribute that, right? Okay, what do you get?
y equals negative.
No. Y plus 1.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just put them together.
Equals negative 3 half x.
And what's 3 times 6?
Negative 9.
Okay, it's the whole thing's negative 9.
Yeah.
All right, now what?
Subtract 1.
And what do you get?
Y equals negative 3 half x minus 10.
And this is our answer right here, guys. There's our answer. Do you guys see the pattern here? You're going to have to put stuff in what? Point slope formula, and then convert it to what? Slope intercept on a lot of problems. What's this one? Write the equation and slope intercept. Okay, now we're doing the exact same thing here, but we have to do what? Perpendicular. Okay, do I know my slope Do I know my slope for this equation? Yeah, it's solved for y. Juan, what is it? Negative 1/2. Okay. So this is my old slope. What does it need to go to if it's perpendicular? Go ahead.
2 over 1.
2 over 1 or just what? Just 2. That's my new slope. Is everybody okay with that? Austin, you okay with that? Sure? All right, Austin. I want you to take this slope and these points, because it has to go through that point, and put it in point slope formula for me.
Y equals.
Careful.
Or y minus 4
There you go.
equals 2. Then x plus 3.
Nice job. Nice job. Yes.
Why does the negative 1/2 change to a positive 2?
Because it's opposite reciprocal slope for perpendicular.
Okay, I didn't know if the negative went with it.
It's going to change.
Well, yeah, I knew it flipped, but like I just didn't know if like the negative went on it. That's what that
Yeah, we want the opposite of that. Opposite would be a positive. All right. All right. Now what? Jenna, go. Distribute the what? Okay. So what do you got? Y minus 4.
Equals 2x plus 6
Okay. What's the last step?
plus 4.
And we're done. Finish it off.
Y equals 2x plus 9.
Was that the last one, guys?
Yeah.
Now listen, it wasn't that many of them, was it? Here's the best way to study tonight. You have the answers. Get a blank piece of paper, write the problem out, and work the problem. And see how you do. And then you can see where you made a mistake.
Hey, I'm also gonna give you a little bit of different review. On big ideas on your textbook on your computer. There will be an assignment listed. Okay, I think there's 12 problems. You don't have to do any of them. You can do all 12, but this is a chance. I'm gonna count these as summative points. Now I don't have it. It's not gonna be 1 for 1, so you can't get 12. But I'm gonna figure out it's either gonna be between 4 or 5, right around there.
Oh, this is going to be a summative grade right here.
It'll be